Hello and welcome back to Penguin Plays. It's Hoi4 with the Kaiserreich DLC. No, this is the Kaiserreich mod. What am I talking about? We are back in... Well, we are Dominion of Canada, though we did just take over the United Kingdom. Or at least what will become the United Kingdom. It was the Union of Britain. Well, they still have a couple of locations. They have Scapa up here. And I have cancelled the naval invasion of Scapa in particular, because I've run this scenario a couple of times, and every time I do, the Marine division that I send up there tends to get just instantly vaporized, and I would like to not have that happen. The other ones seem to go fine. The one going to the Orkneys, the one that's going here to the Isle of Man, they all seem to be fine, but specifically Scapa that one just vaporized. Now, looking at some more war plans, I'm going to have a naval invasion of Venezuela, trying to take over Trinidad, Tobago, and Maracaibo. I think that Cumana and the Caracas, they will have garrisons on them because they're, they're cities and they are naval bases. But this one's pretty far away from the actual action, so I'm not sure if there's going to be anyone over here. And if we do land there, it'll take longer for these troops over here to get away. You don't attack just yet. Get your strength up. Meanwhile, in the push up Central America, I think we're going to do just fine here if I leave that to its own devices. And then finally, back in France, where I am going to be concentrating all of my forces with the Indians and also the Americans. What kind of divisions you got anyway? Ooh, I do not like how that looks, but it's a 7-2. And yeah, you're both 7-2s. Okay. Not enjoying myself, but decent divisions nonetheless. What about the Shakas? Another 7-2 division. At least that one is a little bit structured better. Over here, my armored push should be trying to get through to Troyes again. Pretty sure we were at Troyes at one point. If I launch the attack here, we can try and break through right, not necessarily down the center, but through here, try to get down to Leons, and then once we get onto this river, it'll be a straight shot to Marseille, Metz, Montpellier, Avignon, all of those good places. Probably take Geneva on the way down for added simplicity. You're starting to take attrition over there. I don't like that. I don't even understand exactly why you're taking attrition over here, because it's just an island with its own port. And then you over here, Orkneys have been taken, so come on back. You're the only French division I have left, and honestly I could probably just send you home, French division. I'll just chill with these troops. And now as for the volunteer forces, I could be using those down here, but for thematic purposes, I think it'll be best just to leave them on Britain. Over here, taking out the trash. And then over here, good. We have greens all throughout the world. I do hope that the French and Germans combined will be able to hold the lines. It looks like even if the Germans were to leave, our lines are starting to get full up to the point where the Germans don't need to stay here if they don't want to. And my god, Belgium has so many garrison divisions. Why? No more non-aggression pacts with the Reichspakt. We already got enough. We have an issue with fuel consumption. What issue might that be? Fuel, we're already bringing in 100 fuels. That's all the fuel we can bring in. Some unread naval battles here and there. Let me guess. It's my main fleet out and about. Where are they going? You're really engaging something that small? Main fleet, go ahead and just take a break. Take a break, go upstate. Maybe make a smaller fleet that you can use. Because really, how much do any of these actually have in terms of ships anymore? You there. Intel Ledger, Navy. You have somewhere between 8 fast battleships in total, with 13 destroyers and 12 escorts. Italy. You have somewhere around 2 battleships, and Britain, You have at most 4 with 7 cruisers. Probably hiding up here in Norway, if I'm going to be honest. And oh, hello there. There's a bit of a pocket forming over here. I do have the Loyalists that I could send. I do have the Marines that I could send, but I'm not really interested in starting a Nordic front. I don't think that'll really interest me too much, and I don't like that the Sardinians are just up there to lose their troops. As for over here, keep on going, keep on trucking. Over here, Orléans is under siege, so those troops can't really move yet. But we should be able to take Troyes. Insufficient resources on aluminum. Well, just send me some more there, West Indies. You are actually ahead. No, I'm ahead of tungsten production, so I don't need that much. You. I believe I've sent one of my spies over to Russia to try and get some more oil shipments from them. I should probably do the same, but let's see. You're over here in Mexico. Probably for the best. Take a look over here. You guys are still doing the good fight. Though you could probably move up. Need to make sure I keep an eye out on that. You're just associated with it, so I could probably put you and you together. Is there anyone else I could really bring over here? Because I'm not using my entire... Well, I don't have enough fuel to really bother. Don't have enough fuel. Over here, it's just a bunch of minor engagements. It's very likely that they have ships in Bordeaux. So maybe we can go ahead and put someone on that. We have 100 spare fighters. That's good. Interwar bombers. Some strategic bombers, heavy fighters. Some carrier naval bombers. That's an idea. What kind of planes do you already have in the region? You are within range, but you're also the only one who's supporting here. Then again, I don't really need to, because that's just my allies fighting in this region. So you go ahead and go on port strike onto Bordeaux. And then maybe I could pull in some more, right? Because I think I have a surplus of close air support. Indeed I do. Close air, there you go. It's close air support. There we go. Elsewhere along the lines. Battle of Troyes, the battle of this. You attacking. Good. It's not Troyes, it's Troyes. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Oh, look at that. La Rochelle might be taken again. They're finally starting to bring about their Brigade de Charge de Combat, so their tank divisions. Finally starting to bring those in. If La Rochelle falls at this point, it is perfectly acceptable to get the Canadians' motor industry, because I do want to get focus on war and the war propaganda. The focus on the war is pretty important right about now. You, still with the full, it's still a problem of Navy. Current consumption is 7.7. Army is consuming 1.1. Air 2.3. And Navy is 4.3. So our current fuel capacity in state, current consumption will be out of fuel in 5 days. Shit. Netherlands want a non-aggression pact. I'm not signing any more non-aggression pacts. The commune forces have finally decided that they wanted to counterattack. And hey, there's the fast battleship fleet. Well, you know what? Strike Force. If they're going to come out to play, we have no shortage of troops that we need to kill on the way here. Because if they've brought out their fast battleship fleet, we might as well go out and kill it. But you're not all that interested? Question mark, question mark. And over here, we started running into their fast battleship fleet. I like it. I could probably do the same from here. You're just a carrier fighter? You could probably take some TAC bombers from over here, like a 50 group of them, and they're well within range to bomb Marseille and Nimes. And then I could probably take another one, and you could bomb the ports in the Po Valley region, which is where... No, it looks like they have it in Livorno. You can come down to Livorno and bomb them there. Oh, the Battle of Troyes is turning against us. Queen of Ukraine has fallen. If we attack here, we'll actually be able to get through. Good. Let's go check out the Kingdom of Ukraine situation. So now, Reichspakt is down to just White Ruthenia. Up through a bunch of weird pockets of French throughout all of this area. Kind of weird, kind of cringe. As for us, you are leaving port in order to fight. Yes, the main. Oh, it's just battleships. I mean, our armored cruisers are technically also battleships, but who knows what that's going to be about. Over here with this force, Americans go this way. You go that way. You go forward. Attack them where they stand. Try to break them at Troyes. If we can break through, that'd be great. You, on Kano, there's seemingly the navy we are looking for. You, and over here, There's the 4 battleships that are up here, so you can go back to just resting. Do not rest in La Rochelle, rest in Brest. I'm worried about the La Rochelle salient, but that'll probably just become a defensive line around Nantes and this river here, river estuary. Over here, we continue to push through Guatemala. You seize Belize with the help of the Philippines. You there. You can make your launch attack. You go ahead and attack. Now is the time. Now is the time. You are going. That's good. Because I really need to seize their oil fields. This is getting ridiculous. You have 95 oil inside of this province, and taking Masabea would probably be enough to take it. Either that or I have to take the Marietta. I could start atomic research with one of my tanks. That's definitely a possibility. Reinforce Ottawa, all hands on deck. Manpower is not an issue at the moment. Tungsten, aluminum. Well, we do have issues with aluminum. And then chromium. That's only really for big items. Free military factories. We need those medium tanks. And we need motorized. We need some light tanks now. Not even getting heavy fighter production. Yeah, we have problems right here in River City. But we seem to be doing fine. We're doing fine. Throughout the line, La Rochelle has fallen to the French forces. But our troops continue on. You. Don't even sweat it, dog. Don't even sweat it. You. Bam. Bam. I like that the foot infantry is actually the thing that's really pushing this fight. You... If I leave this spot, it'll only have a single French division. So yeah, probably worth our while. I don't know. Send the Americans back. Send these Americans over. And then I want you inside of the salient. Then you, make sure to cover that flank. You in Orleans. I don't care too much about Orleans. Central America has capitulated. That's good. Oh, here, there's this attack. You reform your lines to take advantage of this situation. You... Onward you go. With this force, we should be able to take out Mexico in short order. You... Losing a few bombers here and there. But we're... Oh, there's the Illustrious and the Republic. Found them. Need to keep an eye on them in case they try to come out. Meanwhile, our fuel shortages are definitely a problem. Let's hope that invasion of Venezuela can help. You, attack there to help out. You... You're going there? Stop him. This should be fine. This is fine, I swear. You attack that direction, you attack this direction. Maybe you should go this direction, because it's actually open. And go through. These troops have been kicked out. Very worried about the Troy's gap, which we are forming for ourselves. We could just be cutting ourselves off for all I know. Some Patagonians out here. Not a fan. Do it like that, and then you don't worry about that position so much as you worry about this position. In fact, you should probably just come off it with all these attacks. Not really all that useful in many situations. Be probably better to just have a single attack plan. You definitely need to go over there. You need to go over there. What's this? Costa Rica wants to help. I didn't know you weren't. And what's this? Empire Brazil seeks investment. We'll do it because we are trying to get them on our side. Costa Rica has declared Venezuelan war. They have troops over here in Macabeo. 3 of them, actually. Yeah, that's just not happening. You should probably go over to this force then. And let's see if they have troops in Port of Spain. But before then, all along the line, we have problems. We're getting a bit too stretched out for my likings. British operative captured. Helge was captured. Where was... Oh no, British as in Union of Britain. Ew, okay. So he must have been captured here. Foreign powers have foot in the country. Okay. You then, you're building a spy network. Well, come back and do some counterintelligence in Ottawa. Because they clearly have some problems over here. Let's watch this attack back into Port of Spain. Looks like we are not... yeah, good. This is our way in, boys. Come on, come on, come on. Get in there. Port of Spain taken. Now cut these boys off. And we got ourselves an attack. You perhaps go to this port and help Kent Stewart on his attack. Anything else? We need to make sure that this gap does not close on us. But for the most part, the more we can just get inside their lines, the more we can hopefully make some change happen. You try to get the force connected again. That's would be a good thing. We could swoop north and try to take up to Mühlhausen and Dijon and Bastion. The only problem there is that these are pretty heavily fortified locations. We could try to make a pocket, make a little hot pocket. But at the same time, if we do a nice armored spearhead that direction, it wouldn't hurt too badly. I just need to make sure that all of our troops have a good defensive, good defense. I did Baltic Duchy. We really need to make sure that the, oh, here comes the Australasians who decided that they want to take out the Norwegians on their own action. I mean, okay. I don't see much of a point in that, but okay. You, an attack on Dijon with support from the Indians. Bring them in, bring them in, bring them in. Very worried about a counterattack in this location, so the more we can push on, the better. Over here, 1940, we can take the Otter. We never even built those in the first place. The Vickers Carrier, sure. As for over here, you guys are still coming, but after we get through Boulevard, the rest should be easy. Over through here. Don't necessarily trust you with your plans. You, Costa Rica, you get all of Nicaragua. That's not fair. You didn't even fight. Amphibious tanks are kind of unnecessary at this point. Anti-air, anti-tank, and anti-air. Well, we do be building them. I think the thing that we need most is more motorized, which will require more rubber to be imported. We don't need to build synthetic factories because we can import them all. You, Northern France region, we have the air superiority in terms of fighters, though we don't have a lot of support planes or bombers. So let's go ahead and go... I have moved a lot of my support planes away. You, strategic bombers in southern France is to try and hurt their industry. And let's see, what do they got there? They have active fighters down here. Where's my heavy fighters? You should come down to southern France to try and wrestle control of that. How many fighters they got? We got just enough to raise your level. Past that, I'm thinking we need to do some strategic bombing to try and take out... Any strategic bombers? Yeah, we got 50 strategic bombers here that we can build up. 50 strategic bombers. Where are they? It's this one. Deploying. I want you to focus down forts and air bases inside of northern France in order to hurt this air base and try and wrestle the control over them. You, more and more battles, more and more fights, more and more destroying. How many breads have you eaten? How many convoys do you even own anymore? Is that in here? Dockyard capacity, you have none. What about convoys? Is that even in here? Submarines, we have 100% intel on you. Also, you know what? I have my Marines over here. They're not really doing anything. And this salient in Stavanger seems to actually be doing pretty well. So you, instead of Europe, you'll be the Norwegian. I won't spell theater, I'll just say Norwegian. And if I'm saying Norwegian, I should probably just say Norway. Then your basic battle plan, just get in there and help, because I thought that this would not go quite as well. More battles, and let's go check out down here again. Yes, yes, yes. You, make sure that they stay pinned, please. You can go directly into Guyana to make sure they're pinned. And you will go there and then up to Cumana to make sure that we can keep it that way. In Bolivar, there's nothing. In Port de Spain, we at least have some oil to start getting some more oil supplies. Is there any oil out here? I don't think there is. Some chromium. It's a chromium. We're starting to actually run into some real resistance now that the Mexicans have come down. That's a problem. Looks like the American Union State will eventually win against the Pacific States, but if neither side wins, then I don't have to give up my territories. You, more battles, more naval strikes. Crippling their navy. Let's look at the naval situation. We have plenty of ships in the region. It's just I don't have my ships in the region. You guys are out with the Argus and whatnot. You really have no reason to do this. Oh, and the Majestic is back. They've gotten their licks in. Which one was it? It was the Magnificent that I had sent away for repairs, I think. Or maybe it was the Victorious, because you only have a single ship, the Gasconnet. You're repairing the Belthon. I could probably split up this fleet into a few smaller fleets in order to operate, but at the same time, we have no fuel. Army has received too little. Air power is received 0.4 a day. And Navy has received too little. That's probably the thing I need to fall back on, is that my hunter-killer fleets are much less necessary at the moment than just having regular submarine fleets. My coastal patrol fleet is fairly necessary out here. The Pacific Fleet is not doing anything. It just has priorities down here. We're not really looking for anything to fight, so it's not necessary to be looking for things to fight, but it's fine. And then down here we have some reserves. I scrapped the Indian squadron and made them into a reserve fleet, and they've already been paying back. Most of the ships that are out here that have recreated this escort fleet, they were members of that fleet. But past that, we've pushed slightly into France. We have a new opening here in Venezuela. We can hopefully end the Venezuelan war very quickly. There's a new front in Norway that can hopefully knock out the Norwegian Union. And past that, the lines are fairly stagnant. We lost La Rochelle. We lost Tours. I think we held on to Tours before. We lost Tours. So with their sheer numbers, they're being able to keep us out. But in smaller locations, we're able to make some progress. Now you, 8 days on this combat. Let's hope for it. As for us, we are building up our divisions. We're going to need a lot of motorized to build them up. You will be done when, do you think? September is the next armor division coming out. Okay. September is a long time to wait, but it will do. At the moment, I really want to have Venezuela taken out so we can get our oil situation back again. But with that, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.